the following presentation of the National Football League.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. His guys ready to get this one going. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Now a play fake here on first down. And a quick throw here that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be second down.
Now you can exhale. The season is officially underway. Plenty of work done during the offseason, camp, and the preseason that led to that first throw of the year.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
A good return there, 17 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Yellow, 40%.
Here's Gonzalez. Off play action. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
50.
Operating from the gun, Gonzalez. And that is incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, right at the 15-yard line here. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he's up in it after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They go with the keeper. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And right side, they're going to go option here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Cooper. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. And they'll go on the ground. Gets past 1 man. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. On first down, it's Cooper. And he did a nice job to spin out of that first wave, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 2.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
It's a 3rd down and 12 yards to go.
Looking to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying...
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 92 yards. And the Steelers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good.
Makes the score Steelers 7.
Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. 1-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 21-yard line.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And holding it, maybe the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking middle, and that's complete. So he stopped for no gain. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Bengals bring out their punter now. As he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. This is fielded at the 27th. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Well, the home team's offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Here is 3rd down and 4.
It's a gain of 3.
45, ready.
Back to throw. Gonzalez. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. They'll run on 1st down. Kill. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Let's go now. Yellow.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Set, ready. Hut, hut.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Here we go. Ready, go. Black force, set.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Touchdown! A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in Week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. A good hold in these wet conditions. Point after is up and good. And it's now 14-0. Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Second and 13. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Third down and 13.
He'll drop the throw. Completes it right side to Cooper. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. 35 yards that time on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
Third down and 7.
30. Hut.
Operating from the gun, Gonzalez. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
And the Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Ready?
This is Marshall. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Ready. Pitch. Check.
Off the play fake. Gonzalez. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here we go. Here we go. 10 black. Hut, hut.
Now Marshall. Oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
A gain of 5 yards. It's 4th down and less
Come
than
on,
a yard.
set. Black 40. Ready?
They'll run forward Marshall. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
A gain of 14. First down, Bengals.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cooper. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
It's 2nd and 8.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 35.
Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 35.
And right side, they're going to go option option here. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They'll set up a throw. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Steelers offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Here we go.
They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And down he'll go at the 25. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Ready. 50, green, ready.
Operating from the gun, Gonzalez. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Set, ready. Hut, hut.
Looking to throw. Gonzalez. He completes this to Sutton. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the 1st.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Ready?
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 47-yard line.
And here's Marshall. And he'll take it down shy of 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Let's go now.
Off play action. Gonzalez. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to have the hook up with Sutton. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
At the Bengals' 32-yard line.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will do it for this first half. It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter.
Okay,
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. Now 2nd and 9.
Ready.
Second and 9.
60 red. 60 red. Motion. Ready.
Back to throw. Gonzalez. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here. We just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Hey, check that.
On first down, it's Cooper. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 37-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And 7 yards to go.
They'll look to throw here. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Cooper. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now fake on a jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So backed up to the 6 now, 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Rock roll 80.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Complete in the end zone. Brings up 4th and goal.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game. And then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard.
Ready.
Looking to put a drive together.
Here, cut.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard
Let's go.
line.
Black 40. Set.
They'll keep it on the ground. Kill. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Set. Ready. Yellow.
Looking to throw. Gonzalez. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
That's good for Steelers. First down. 1st and 10.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Set. 33. Ready.
Now a handoff up the middle. Kidd. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
45. White. Set.
Off the RPO, he completes it. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Another Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
52 blue.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He finds Sutton crossing the formation complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one goes for 24 yards.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. 6. Hut.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Bengals grab it. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know that's all they discussed.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Back to throw. Gonzalez. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
A gain of 5 yards brings up 3rd and goal.
Let's go now. Black, 95. Set.
Looking to throw. Gonzalez to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. And his kick is good. We got a pause following the play because it appears there's a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. The Bengals bring out their punter now. Standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he'll take it just outside the 40. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Here we go. Here we go. Red, set.
They'll run with Marshall. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
First
Here we
and
go,
10
set.
at the 33-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Marshall. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports.
On the ready.
It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4.
Set. Ready.
Up the middle they go. It's Marshall. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
Come on. Set. Blue, 32.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Second down and 10.
Hut.
Back to throw. Gonzalez. And he comes back with one complete. And the Steelers are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Set. Hut. Hut. Go. Set.
They'll try to run it in with Marshall. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
95. Set.
Second and 2. Throw left side complete. That's Marshall. And in for the Steelers touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. And the lead is now 24. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it'll be second down.
1-yard gain. Brings up second and 9 at the 26-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he takes a pop at the end of that one. It'll be a gain of about 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means they have to run it.
And his Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Ready?
They'll run on first down. Kidd looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
He was taken down at the 22.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
10 black. Set.
They'll keep it on the ground. Marshall. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
And his kick here is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Cougar 19.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 45-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Cooper. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield. And down to the 43.
Bengals first down. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Cincinnati.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
Delayed game.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
60 Bison.
Back to throw here. Quick throw. That's complete on the inside slant. Here now a 3rd and 20. Now back to throw. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great effort there. 46 yards. And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now down to 20. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
That good for 19 and a first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 82 yards rushing for him now here in week one. A very solid start to this new campaign. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Ready, set.
They'll keep it on the ground. Marshall. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
It's 3rd down and 4.
Close, 10. Ready. 52, blue. Hut.
Up the middle they go. It's Marshall. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
1st and goal
Come on,
at the
set.
8-yard line.
Red, 38. Ready.
And they take a knee.
Let's go now. Blue, 32.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week one. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Steelers, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll have a few extra days here now before they face the Lions next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.